Kabam Zero has just done the best quality of life improvements in game ever. We have a look at the new hotfix to address some of the ongoing bugs in game. Battlegrounds is coming back, and Knull and Doc Ock enter the arena, and we got predictions for those. Yes, hello everybody, welcome to the Wednesday edition of the MCN, a Marvel Contest of Champions news show, collection of stories. That's what we do. Please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all. Yeah, subscribe. We're trying to push this year to 70,000 subscribers. Well, nice to get up to 67,000 subscribers, but yeah, let's push to get 70,000 subscribers. So if you want to subscribe, it's free. Please think about subscribing. Now let's get right into the news. Yes, I've changed the format for the show ongoing so that the thanks to those that are patrons and YouTube members and Twitch sub people, it is at the end of the video. It's just so I can just get right into the core subject of matters, and you know, people don't complain at me and stuff and go, oh, that's a long intro. So yeah, just let's go straight into some stories and then thanks at the end. So starting off, first of all, micro news. Got a few micro newses to cover. There was a problem with the mobile version not responding for a certain player. So like, you know, trying to access the forums as you do. There's a lot of helpful information on the forums, especially if you want to ignore a lot of the kind of like debatey discussion stuff that kind of goes a bit kind of weird and toxic. But in any case, back to let's kind of like, what are you talking about, Rich? You're getting a bit kind of like fruity with your politics there. Yes, but also back to the core subject in this particular coverage. We do have a bit of a problem with the forums there. I think it's been resolved. Definitely, like one person said like they've had a problem with kind of like getting onto the forums in the mobile sense and other things. And this was confirmed to be aware of this issue. Our forum service provider has a fix for this issue and will be implementing it as soon as they can. And whilst this video is being recorded, which is like somebody says it works, but then I'm not 100% sure on that one. Seems like a couple of people saying that yeah, it's kind of like it's working, but yeah, if there was a problem, it's now solved, so you can go back onto the forums. But what is not politics of the forums, because you can go to places and you know it's kind of like that there's a lot of things that are politics free, and that is getting announcements of information, especially you know what we do in this Marvel Contest of Champions news show is give you updates to bugs and problems, and one of those such problems is something that Kabam have been dealing with for a while, which is the input refactor. So the input refactor is meant to improve a lot of kind of like motion, reaction, AI response, well not AI response, but kind of champion response to you clicking down on the screen. And look, how we'd like Marvel Contest of Champions is when you click on something on the screen, that it works the same way that other mobile games are able to implement the same system, like Marvel Realm of Champions, which had a great system of as soon as you clicked on something on the screen, it worked. Whereas Marvel Contest of Champions is, you click something on the screen and it might work sometimes. So the input refactor, as per you know what happened last year, was meant to kind of sort that out. It is being tested in the beta format at the moment. I did the first kind of run of the beta test and it started off really well and then got terrible. And hopefully this new refactor, which has gone live today, but also there is another kind of hotfix to address some Battlegrounds stuff is in as well. So I really hope that there's some kind of like decent improvements to players experiencing game. The part 2 to this particular story is that we are seeing a release schedule for Battlegrounds, and that is that with the release of the 34.1.1, the issues affecting Battlegrounds in the coming days, and expect to start the new next beta test of the Battlegrounds on April 20th and run until April 27th. So that's good because it is coming back. You have to wait till today. Today it's going to be out. This date subject to change if there are any further issues with releasing the hotfix. So yeah, it's going to be kind of like out today. So today's the 20th, and yeah, have fun playing Battlegrounds. It's back, and check out those objectives because they might be a little bit spicy for you to go and grab something, even if you're participating, and if you want more shards as well. So yeah, go and check it out when it launches, relaunches later on today. And that is Kabam Zero's quality of life improvements. So this dropped yesterday, and seeing this just made me feel really happy with these little improvements that just make the kind of like movement between doing stuff in game moment to moment, and also having like time-saving element, and less confusion. That's the main thing, less confusion, and also fairness. And what are those things? Well, let's go over them. The first thing is that you'll be able to see here, it shows own catalyst in tool areas. So one of the big things is when you fully form the catalyst, you kind of click on it and like, okay, well, how many form do I have? And you don't really get that info. Now you do. So you'll be able to see like owned X of X amount, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay. There's also saving last played event quest difficulty. We now internally save the last played event quest difficulty, so if you are clearing a lower difficulty and come back to it later, it will be whatever difficulty you last played, which is really cool. Because if you're kind of like going, okay, well, I personally do normal difficulty to pick up units, and it's always a pain in the butt to kind of have to go, oh, okay, I'm on it, and it's like cycle through to grab it. Why can't I just kind of like go from where I last was, or your last save point? And it's like that's again another key thing that's come in. Crystal screen navigation improvements. We've improved the logic on the crystal screen, so when backing out of a selected crystal, the game will try to navigate you back to where you were in the scroll. That's great. I think they tried to doing this before, I'm not sure. It's like if you are kind of like for me, opening up arena crystals, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to switch in a video recording, and I don't want to do, you know, if you constantly edit like between going different posts, it's kind of like, well, it doesn't really save much time. But if what would save time is to go, and the same thing with other players, not just about recording content, but going, okay, well, I want to do a 5-star crystal, and you then go, okay, well, I want to switch to a 5-star featured. I'd go for dual class to featured, and it's like rather than you kind of being pinged around left, right, and center, it will kind of like ping you back to close to where it is. So you kind of assume, well, I'll go down and it's there, or I'll go up and it's there. So it saves a bit of time. There's also like an improvement to exiting quests, so that like a like select quit pop up, and then you select team select, so you kind of like go back in with I'm not quite sure what like how it's kind of like properly described. It says here, when quitting out a quest where there is now the option to return to a team select in order to change. Oh yeah, so you don't have to kind of fully exit, you can just go back into a team select, kind of like okay, well, like the preview screen, but a little bit different in some sort of capacity, which again I love. I think that's a great one. This one's fantastic because it's synergy champion selection rarity improvements. This is going to be very effective for variants and other content where you maybe have got the rarity, don't want to use a specific type of rarity, want to change around synergies. Also, when it comes to like doing arena setups, that's helpful as well, and specific stuff where you're like, okay, well, I need this one with here. So you get to kind of cycle through with these little bits here and choose the rarity of champion that you want. It's not like a huge kind of like, oh, this is amazing, but what is amazing is the next quality of life improvement, which is finally it's been added in. Rank up gem selector. Yes, for the times that you've done variants and you've got year specific rank up gems, you now get to pick the specific one to use. This is fantastic. I really rate this. And it's just going to be just mega helpful for a lot of players that have those year-specific rank-up gems. Also for me, like, I say the amount of time you have to spend, like, I go to certain sites like Ant May and going, okay, well, that's a 2017, 2015 champion. You're like, okay, I'll choose that one, I'll choose that one. So it's great to see that. And then what else? Energy overfill. It says beta for new players. So I don't know if that means if you're new to the game, you get overspill energy, and it doesn't like for like all players. I want to say it's for everybody, but I'm not 100% sure. This one is great though. I think this is amazing. And this is basically that the way that you get energy, right, and the way that you kind of like have energy and then use an energy refill, you are capped at 70, so 70 energy each time. And the scenario presented here is that, as an example, say on a level 60 account, if you had 2 energy left and used a full energy refill, you would be set to 72 energy, whereas before you would set to be a cap of 70. So that's really good. That means that you won't lose energy. As I'm kind of like seeing this, I want to say that's the thing. What else? So it says here, so if your energy cap is 50, a full energy refill will give you 50 energy, while at or above the cap, energy will not be gained over time, and you won't be able to continue to use more items. Overall, this change is to intend to make using full energy refills easier to use. Also avoid those feel bad moments when leveling up while already near the energy cap. So I don't know if this really impacts, if this is going to be for everyone. As mentioned above, we are starting this for new users at first, but hope to expand in a few. Oh, so it's new users. That's a bit disappointing. But for rest of the stuff, it's actually quite nice. As I said, like it's a nice little quality of life improvements, and in particular, if Kabam can start rolling this out to like more players, especially like older players, and under the same scheme of it, like, you know, for me, like I've got, I don't know, I'm questing and I'm like, oh well, this costed 3 energy a tile, and I'm like, right, full energy refill, boom. It would be great if it was 73 rather than, or 72 rather than it was anything else. Or at the same time, there was some other scheme to kind of like have more energy with it. But just kind of like, again, avoid that feels bad kind of element of that 72. And, you know, not feeling like I'm hard done by and punished for using a full energy refill to kind of go questing. So yeah, love to see more stuff like this from Kabam Zero. This is good. Keep it up. And we end the show by talking about arena predictions for Knull and Doc Ock. This might be a scary basic, but we might have to see how things go. The predictions for this arena are as follows. I'm going with 65 mil for 6-star Doc Ock. I'm just putting it in line with the likes of War Machine and Storm recently in the 6-star featured, in that it got popular and people were interested, just not super popular. But I just think 65 mil is going to be enough for Doc Ock. Could be wrong though, could be pushed to about 70 mil. But 5-star version, 30 mil, 6-star Knull, 85 mil. I'm putting it in line or kind of close to a sandwich of Kitty Pryde's 90 mil for a basic and Nimrod's just below. So it's going to be like that. It's going to be hot property, especially the way that people grinded in the previous times. And then for the 5-star version, 22 mil, which comes in close again to the Kitty Pryde basic arena, as well as the Nimrod one, which had like just below 20 mil, so 22 mil to be safe. But those are my predictions for round 1 of that arena. Good luck in the grind with that. Also, quickly end by saying a massive thank you to those that are Patreons and YouTube members who are on screen right now, and appreciate you for supporting the content. Also, those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. I'm finishing up a lot of very important work with the games developer this week, and then I should hopefully be able to do a Friday live stream. I will try and get another live stream at some stage, but there's just a lot of work that I need to get done. Hopefully get to live stream and kind of chat with you all at the end of the week. Much appreciated in any case. And I finish by saying please check out some other content which will be located on screen right now. There's going to be one other video today which is a special sponsored video, and there may be one other. I'm not 100% sure on stuff. It's just a very busy time for me. But yeah, check out some content, support the channel. See you soon. Bye bye.